Welcome to Japan, the Autopolis International Racing Course. A technical nightmare disguised as a racetrack. It's tight, it's twisty. It's got the rhythm of a jazz drummer on espresso. And today, it's the setting for the third round of the Nations Cup. Now then, the car selection? Oh, you had options. You could pick the Ferrari 458 Italia, which is beautiful and sounds like it wants to eat you. You could go with a Honda NSX, because of course Japan loves handing you a hybrid. Or maybe the Renault RS01, which is French, meaning it probably smells like cheese and disappointment. And then there's the Lamborghini Huracan, or as we like to call it, the Huracan, because no one actually knows how to say it properly, not even the Italians. Huracan, Huracan, ham and cheese on ciabatta. But no, we didn't choose drama. We didn't choose style. We chose the Audi R8 LMS Evo, the angry German washing machine with the personality of a jackhammer. It doesn't care about finesse. It just wants to go fast, stomp on the apex, and shout in Nürburgring. Now, the Autopolis International Racing Course. You'd think, being in the middle of nowhere in Oita Prefecture, it might be a bit tame, maybe a few polite corners, a nice long straight, something to stretch the legs. Nope, Autopolis was clearly designed by someone who either hates drivers or thought roller coasters weren't dangerous enough. It starts simple, one big straight, full throttle, great. But then it throws you into a series of bends that feel like a fight with a drunk octopus. It's twisty, tight, constantly changing camber. And just when you think you've got a rhythm, it throws a high-speed sweeper at you that makes the rear end of your car ask, "Are we dying now?" Corners like the hairpin and the 90 degree are named with a sort of blunt honesty that only the Japanese can get away with. And don't even get me started on the second hairpin. It's like the first one, only now your tires are hot, your brakes are crying, and you're one wrong downshift away from a spin. Elevation changes? Autopolis has them. The track goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways. And somehow always seems to be leaning the wrong way when you arrive at a corner with way too much speed. In short, it's a technical masterclass. One of those tracks where you can lose a lap. Not because you brake late or early, but because you breathe wrong going through a sector. This isn't a race. This is a three-dimensional chess match at 150 miles per hour. 6 minutes of qualifying. One chance to get it right. And with everyone driving different beasts of fury, it's not just about raw pace anymore. It's about balance, timing, and not being stuck behind a prancing horse with spaghetti tires. This is going to be interesting. Qualifying gave us 6 minutes to commit tire abuse, and for a glorious moment, we were 7 until some last-second heroes slid in and booted us to 8th. 30 laps ahead, no mandatory pit stops. But let's be honest, we're probably going to pit, because these tires are about to die a heroic, screaming death. And here we are, 7th on the grid, staring down 30 laps of tire-melting madness. No rolling start this time. And lights out. Here we go. We botched the launch. Brilliant. Thought we were in neutral. Shifted up like an absolute mother. And instead of rocketing off the line like a proper German V10 should, we thudded forward like we were late for a dentist appointment. Passing turn 1. Absolute pandemonium. One car is off in the sand like it thought this was a rallycross event. And 2 more are spinning each other out like they're auditioning for a demolition derby. It's carnage. Classic Autopolis. And there we go, threading to the madness like some kind of tectonic ballet dancer in a full suit armor, just trying to survive the opening seconds of a race that's already given us whiplash and trust issues. Suddenly, the botched start doesn't look so bad anymore. 2, and we're breathing down the neck of Lamborghini Huracan, or as we call it, the Who Cares On. And while it may look like a supermodel on wheels, it's driving like it's wearing heels on ice. We've made it through the first lap without becoming part of the gravel landscaping project, and now it's time to focus. There's a gap behind us, but it's not wide enough. Not yet. We need to break that toe, get out of slipstream range, and make sure the chaos stays back there where it belongs. But more than that, we've got a problem in front. That Lamborghini. We have to get past it. It's holding us up through the twisties, and if we don't act soon, we'll be stuck behind it long enough to start learning Italian. And then there's the tires. We're trying to stretch them to halfway, just 15 laps. But right now, it feels like they're already riding their wheel. So the mental juggling begins. Push too hard and they're toast. Hold back and we lose time. It's a fine line between strategy and stupidity. And we're walking it like it's a tightrope in a wind tunnel. No mistakes, no mercy, just clean, aggressive driving. Lap 9 begins, and something weird happens. We're behind a different Lamborghini now. Yes, another Huracan, because apparently they're breeding out here. But just as we cross the line to start the lap, poof, it's gone, like it vanished into the metaverse. And suddenly it's behind us. No overtaking, no dive bomb, no pit stop. It just teleports, right before turn 1. Now we'll take the free position, of course. Gift horse mouth. All that, but I'm not entirely convinced that Lamborghini didn't hit the eject button and load in from another timeline. Maybe it short-circuited trying to pronounce its own name. We almost went with the Lamborghini. During free practice, it was fast, it was nimble, it was a dream on 4 wheels. We were setting times that could have put us on top. But no, we didn't want easy street. We didn't want a comfortable route, where everything clicks into place like your favorite pair of sneakers. No. We chose the Audi R8 LMS ever. Why? Because it didn't give us the best times. It gave us the worst. But we weren't just here to challenge the other drivers, were we? No, we were here to challenge ourselves. We wanted to see if we could wrestle a car that didn't want to play ball into submission. We wanted to fight. And it turns out everyone else had the same idea. Lamborghini, the crowd favorite, the go-to option. And suddenly we're left thinking, well, maybe we should have just gone with the Lamborghini after all. But no, this is the struggle we signed up for. Bring it on. Lap 11, the point where optimism dies and realism takes the wheel. We couldn't take any more. The tires were absolutely cooked. Slipping, sliding, no grip left whatsoever. It felt like we were trying to lap Autopolis on 4 polished dinner plates. We had planned to stretch them to lap 15. That was the idea. But by lap 11, the idea was dead. Buried with honors. We were still holding on to 3rd place, barely, but it was getting tense. The lap times were tumbling, not in a good way. And the pressure from the pack behind was becoming unbearable, like being chased through the woods by wolves while wearing flip-flops. Every sector, we were bleeding time. So we made the call, dive into the pits. Yes, it was early, too early. But if we stayed out any longer, we were going to start giving positions away like free samples at a grocery store. Was it the right move? Too soon to tell. But we needed to reset, regroup, and get a grip, literally. Sitting in 7th, staring at the rear wing of that teleporting Lamborghini, like it owes us money. We're close now, closer than we've been, drafting down the straight, reading every twitch of their steering, waiting for that one mistake, that one opening where we pounce and say, surprise, Italy! Because as fast as they are in a straight line, they're not exactly painting masterpieces through the corners. The gap behind is widening. It's just us and a Lamborghini now. And we're not just following, we're hunting. Lap 15. We've had enough of playing Shadow. For laps, we've been stuck behind this Lamborghini that apparently has a subscription to teleportation services. But into turn 1, we finally make it count. Fresh tires grip like they're trying to prove a point, and we pull alongside, door to door. No fear, no hesitation. We dive into turn 3 with the inside line, like we're kicking down a locked door. And just like that, we're through. Clean, decisive, ruthless. Now in 4th, the gap behind starts to grow. Because unlike them, our tires still fight left. And we're not just driving anymore, we're escaping. Lap 24, and it's starting to feel like we've made a terrible mistake. We thought we could stretch these tires to the end. That was a plan. One stop, clean finish, and a bit of tire whispering to see us through. But what we didn't count on was a sheer betrayal. The fronts are sliding like they've had enough of this race. The rears are screaming every time we dare breathe on throttle. And the car feels more like a barge than a race car. And behind us, that once beautiful gap, it's shrinking. Fast. The radar is lighting up like a Christmas tree, and every braking zone feels like we're tempting fate with a sack of bricks. The rhythm is gone. We're dancing out of sync with the car now, like trying to salsa in ski boots. So we do the only thing that makes sense. We're boxing. This lap, no more pretending, no more tire-saving heroics. It's time to get in, strap on fresh boots, and throw one last punch before this race slips away entirely. Desperate run for salvation. Bam. The final insult. There's a cheeky little chicane just before the pit lane entry, and in our tire cook panic, we go full send into it like we just remembered it exists halfway through. Out of the pits on lap 25. And what's this? A Ferrari ahead, playing a bit too casual into turn 1. They either brake late or forget the turn exists entirely. So naturally, the moment opens up, we Divebomb like it's a Black Friday sale on Redemption. We slip in, just barely, threading the Audi through the gap like a needle through carbon fiber. But if you roll the footage back frame by frame, you'll see it. The Ferrari did try to cover the inside. Last minute, one move too late. Into turn 8, and here it comes. The Ferrari, perhaps still bitter from being Divebombed, decides to repay the favor. They give us a lovely little bump from behind, just enough to push our nose wide, steering us off the apex like a bowling pin on a greasy lane. And then they slide right up the inside, bold as brass, no hesitation, just boop position stolen. So I guess that settles it. And any moral high ground, We were worried about holding after our last move? Gone. Dusted. If this is a contactless sport. Someone forgot to send a memo to Italy. Right? Gloves off. Lap 26. We're still shadowing the Ferrari like a persistent regret. And just when you think we've learned our lesson from turn 8, it happens again. This time, we got the footage in glorious slow motion. Frame by frame, you can see it. They break in a straight line. We assume they're going to take it wide, and nope. We commit. Dive. Hard. And now we're both in too deep. We pin them mid-turn. Our steering's locked, and rather than back off and risk spinning ourselves out, we say nope, foot down. It's pure desperation. A tactical error turned into a stubborn refusal to crash alone. Now, sure, you could say we should have backed out, that maybe we were too aggressive. But here's some context. That Ferrari, they got spun out by someone else in turn 1. Lap 1. They know what chaos feels like. So when you're leading a fight later in the race, maybe, just maybe, you stay aware that someone behind you isn't playing patty cake. Someone behind you wants that position. This isn't ballet. This is war on rubber. And yeah, we did feel bad. After the race, they dropped a comment in the lobby chat. Nice dive bomb. Fair enough. We owned it. We apologized. Genuinely. Because we do know the feeling. Getting spun out in a critical moment. Having your whole strategy shattered by someone else's impatience is one of the worst experiences in racing, virtual or not. We're not out here trying to be that driver. So to that Ferrari pilot, if you're watching, we're sorry. Sincerely, that wasn't how we wanted that corner or this race to go. And hopefully, watching the footage back, you'll see it for what it was. Not malice, just a misread. One born from pressure, rhythm, and a little desperation. We aspire to keep it clean, door to door, wheel to wheel. Contactless racing only unless it's bump draft. Then all bets are off. Started 8th, launched it like we were in neutral, got bullied by Ferrari, got baited into picking the Audi, pitted too early, spun into the pits, got dive bomb back, apologized, regretted, recovered, and somehow finished 5th. This race had everything. A rough start, tire trauma, dive bomb diplomacy, passive-aggressive lobby chats, and a mid-race existential crisis where we question all our life choices, especially not picking a Lamborghini like everyone else. We nerfed ourselves on purpose, for the challenge, apparently. And while we didn't bring home the trophy, we did bring home a top 5 and a small piece of our dignity. If you've ever picked the wrong car, missed a pit entry, or just enjoy watching self-inflicted suffering turn into a halfway decent finish, this one's for you. Stick around for the next round. Maybe we'll even choose the right car this time. Maybe